The time for truth has come, people. We've been anticipating breaking XRP Ripple news for a while, and now it's our turn. The biggest cryptocurrency exchange in the world, Coinbase, has disclosed important information that is driving the XRP Ripple pump. The price of XRP is predicted to soar once the entire world learns about it. According to experts, growth might reach $60,000. Quite awesome. This is a video that you cannot afford to miss. Let's get right to the point without further ado. Disclaimer. At last, XRP is regaining its prominence, and it has nothing to do with court cases or speculative excitement this time. It has to do with actual momentum. Following years of ambiguity, things are starting to change in XRP's favor. Additionally, Coinbase's recent actions might be the catalyst for the fire. With an April 21 launch date in mind, Coinbase Derivatives has submitted a self-certification application for XRP futures contracts to the U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission. This isn't your typical cryptocurrency offering. It's an indication that XRP is making a significant comeback to the regulated financial markets. After Bitnomial's recent move, Coinbase would be the second U.S. regulated platform to provide XRP futures if it is allowed. This was not an unexpected filing. It comes after a major turning point in the ongoing case between the SEC and Ripple Labs. Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, declared 2 weeks prior to Coinbase's filing that the SEC had formally withdrawn its appeal, ending the protracted legal dispute. In addition to withdrawing its own appeal, Ripple accepted a settlement of $50 million, which was less than half of what the SEC had first sought. A high-stakes lawsuit came to a modest but significant conclusion, opening the door for institutional players to start entering. Things start to become intriguing at this point. The submission by Coinbase is a part of a larger pattern. Financial institutions are now able to introduce investment products based on the XRP Ripple token thanks to the lawsuit's settlement. And the ripple effect is already evident, pun intended. The following asset managers have filed for spot XRP ETFs: Bitwise, WisdomTree, Franklin Templeton, Grayscale, and 21 Shares. In a tweet, Levi, a well-known voice in the cryptocurrency world, captured it brilliantly. Approval of the XRP ETF is imminent. Prepare yourself. There will be big moves soon. And it's more than simply hope. It represents a market that is at last free to investigate XRP's complete potential. You must comprehend what an ETF is in order to see why this is important. Without actually purchasing the token, investors can invest in an asset like XRP through an exchange-traded fund, ETF. Rather, they purchase stock in a fund that tracks XRP's price. Both institutional and individual investors can gain exposure to cryptocurrencies through conventional financial institutions in a more streamlined and straightforward manner. Additionally, a spot ETF typically attracts significant capital after it is approved. Ethereum and Bitcoin have already demonstrated that, and XRP may follow. Coinbase's decision to market XRP futures is a component of a larger plan to increase the number of regulated futures products it offers. This demonstrates a distinct pattern. With a strong emphasis on derivatives, Coinbase has added XRP to its roadmap. This is significant because futures trading has the potential to boost market participation, enhance liquidity, and give an asset more credibility in the eyes of institutional investors and regulators. Additionally, it sends a strong statement once XRP futures go live on a well-known U.S. platform like Coinbase. XRP has been removed from the punishment box. With exchange support returning, regulatory certainty finally materializing, and ETF registrations piling up, XRP is poised to embark on a completely new chapter. A token surviving a lawsuit isn't the only consideration here. With a new degree of maturity and possibility, a digital asset is restoring its position in the market. There may be a significant increase in the price of XRP if momentum continues to grow and the ETF is approved. We've already seen how Coinbase listings and futures offerings have increased the legitimacy and visibility of other assets. Now that XRP is a part of that mix, there is a very real chance that interest and price may rise. It feels like XRP is now ready to sprint after years of failures. Crazy, huh? XRP is not merely surviving all of the lawsuits, delistings, anxiety, doubt, and ambiguity. It's making a resurgence that might rock the cryptocurrency industry as a whole. Naturally, with Coinbase taking over, you can bet that the price of XRP will rise to levels we haven't seen in years. But to what extent may it rise? What do analysts actually forecast in the background? Some of these predictions will astound you, I promise. Therefore, XRP is changing the rules rather than just creating a stir. What began as a contentious coin is now becoming one of the most talked about cryptocurrency assets, and the community's voices are only growing louder. Everyone appears to be latching on, from cryptocurrency influencers to casual holders. XRP may be about to experience a major event. John Squire tweeted, "XRP isn't just winning, it's dominating." He's also not incorrect. The floods are starting to open. Coinbase is getting ready to trade futures. With the SEC's pullback, one of the last significant obstacles has been lifted, and ETF filings are piling up. The regulatory haze surrounding XRP is finally clearing, and market sentiment is following suit. With $10,000 XRP inbound, Crypto Sensei isn't holding back. The creator of Alpha Lions Academy, Edward Farina, however, echoes this confidence with a unique brand of defiance. "I'm not here for $2, Farina made clear. My goal is to outperform the major banks and prevent them from further down the price of XRP until it is widely accepted. I'm here for a multi-generational pump," he continued. "I will never sell XRP for less than $100. BlackRock will weep." Whether you agree or not, that type of confidence is uncommon and demonstrates how firmly XRP is anchored in the concept of long-term vision. This goes beyond short-term pumps and flips. According to Farina and others, XRP is a financial revolution that will let individual investors to finally compete with the institutions. He's not by himself either. Another ardent XRP holder, Michelle Colston, added that she would not sell until she had $1,000 or more. "I'll make a small profit at $1,000 and then bide my time till the $60,000 valuation." However, some of these expectations are being dismissed by skeptics like Crypto Panther, who are rolling their eyes. However, every crypto moonshot begins with faith. This enthusiasm is also spilling out onto social media. In plain English, Jack the Rippler predicted that XRP will soar. Steph merely wrote, "XRP reversal incoming in the interim." These brief, self-assured takes offer more than simply sound. They show a change in the attitude of the community. People are now anticipating rather than merely optimistic. Not every forecast will come to pass, of course. 10,000 XRP? It's a bold move. The trajectory, rather than the precise number, is the important lesson to be learned from this. Exchange delistings and legal ambiguity surrounded XRP for years. However, Coinbase is now taking over, and the XRP army is more motivated than before. It's no accident when organizations like Franklin Templeton and BlackRock begin to sniff around. The smart money's coming in there. Additionally, XRP will no longer be merely a speculative investment if such ETFs are approved. It will develop into a legitimately exposed asset in popular portfolios. Are you shocked? But believe me, things just get more bizarre from here, because something much more significant is developing behind the scenes, in the form of partnerships. While everyone is preoccupied with price forecasts and legal disputes, collaborations are essential for promoting real-world utility and acceptance, as we well know. They are also the driving force behind XRP Ripple. But hold on till you find out who they're now collaborating with. Therefore, Ripple is presenting XRP as the digital asset solution that the world didn't realize it needed, but is rapidly realizing it needs, as traditional financial systems falter under the burden of antiquated infrastructure. We are no longer discussing hype, we are discussing real banks, real money, real adoption, and real infrastructure. Consider the $50 million collaboration between MoneyGram and Ripple. This isn't merely a publicity stunt. One of the largest financial industries in the world, the global remittance industry, is set to undergo a transformation thanks to this strategic partnership. Serving millions of customers in more than 200 countries, MoneyGram is now incorporating XRapid, an on-demand liquidity product powered by XRP from Ripple. Not only is that bullish, but it's revolutionary. MoneyGram can settle transactions using XRP in a matter of seconds at a fraction